What is going on, ESGN Nation, and welcome back to another episode of Road to the Show here with Sean King, as we're back here on the diamond here, back home here at American Family Field, as we're 60-42 going into today's game, and this is gonna be a 6-game homestand. 3 games against the Mets, who were hosting first, and then I believe, take that back. It's a 5-game series. 3 games with the Mets and 2 games with the Guardians. So Mets currently right now 53-50, just 3 games over 500. Third place in the National League East with the back 5 games of the Atlanta Braves, who are currently having the top spot there. So you take a look at our schedule there in the month of July. We're about to wrap up. Actually, this episode will wrap it up. And we'll see if we're going to be buyers or sellers here when it comes to bringing people onto the squad here. I imagine we probably will not be either. I think we're kind of middle of the road. We got the divisional lead right now. We have a nice 6.5 game lead over the Reds. We're currently on a 2-game winning streak. Of the last 10 games, we're 6-4. Right now, the Reds are kind of been slipping here a little bit there. But the Cardinals and Cubs have been gaining a little bit of ground there, and they look like they could possibly leapfrog over the Reds if the Reds continue going on this losing streak that they're currently on. Now, for the Mets, they're 5 games back, like I mentioned before. They're on a 2-game losing streak, and they are 5-5 in the last 10 there in the National League East. Of course, Braves, like I said, first place. But also, too, the Braves also have to worry about the Phillies. So you got a 3-headed, headed team right there, kind of gunning for that National League East position there. And pretty much any of those 3 could grab it. Now, the Mets, of course, have Justin Verlander, a veteran there, who's been pretty much almost, he's been, of course, with the Tigers for most of his career. Most recently with the Astros, helping the Astros out, winning a championship down there in H-Town. And now here in with the Mets, he's trying to help them kind of get over the hump here and try to compete with the Phillies and the Braves there in the East. So 78 overall, A potential, 41 years of age for the state of Virginia. And, of course, there you see his numbers here so far, or at least his numbers for his career. Of course, this season right now with a 4.53 ERA. He has a negative WAR of negative 0.4. So he has been struggling on the heel there for some time here. But he is starting to kind of, we'll see him eventually turn things around here, especially when we get to the latter part of the last month or so of this season. So we'll see Deshaun, of course, he's, been struggling at the plate, especially in runners in scoring position. But we'll see him here first as he is kind of playing the outfield there. And, of course, showing off what he can do with the glove there defensively. So we now move on to the bottom of the first. There's nobody out, or 2 out and nobody on, I should say. And we'll see what he can try to do here. As, he's, like I said, he's been struggling with runners in scoring position here. His bat's starting to turn around here. He's a little above average right now. And, he's starting to look like the Deshaun King that we've seen back in the minors. I still say I think we're about maybe a half a season too early. But at the same time, this is a great way to get himself that exposure, get himself getting that, the MLB clock going for himself, so he can get, he can be able to see him. Once we get a free agency there for him, he can, hopefully develop really well, and of course, he is right now, for the most part, he's been kind of the everyday center fielder, as we see here get a base hit there. It's 2-0 here in the bottom half of the 5th with 2 out, and we'll see what Ryan McMahon can do next. But yeah, well, I feel like we should have came in about this time of the season. I kind of still wish we still were playing in the AAA team because we were doing very well with them, and of course we could, got our abilities up and got ourselves in a better position than we are right now. But at the same time, he's been learning those growing pains, and you're gonna have those dips and successes and slumps throughout the course of the season. Baseball is a marathon. It's not necessarily a sprint, so kind of got to go with the the lumps and the different changes of this season, because it is a bit of a roller coaster ride for the most part here, as we try to see him try to steal second base there. Top of the 7th, we'll see a ball flying out there. That's going to go out there to right center field. He's going to have to track this one down. Run's going to come in to score for the Mets, and that's going to be an RBI double for Alvarez. So nice job there for him. That'll be his 12th of the season, as he is able to knock in a run. And the Mets are on the board here for the first time in today's game. As you see King trying to track that ball there. And, of course, like I said, one of the things I really want to try to get, which I've been trying to do the most part when it comes to his training, is try to really work on his speed, because I definitely want him to be a speedster. I want to be able to steal bags. I want to be able to, cause problems on the base pass there and steal bags and, I'll do all that kind of fun stuff with him. But this year's game, or at least in this MLB 23's game, it's kind of hard to get gain that, try to go in that direction in years past. So I think it's of course always been an issue with MLB The Show when it comes to development. But you see Garrett King 1 for 4 in the ball game, and we win this one 3-1. 3 runs, 13 hits, no errors for the Milwaukee, but 1 run, 5 hits, and no errors there for New York. So it's a tricky thing, but nonetheless, I think it can be accomplished. We're trying. Like I said, I'm trying to do my best to kind of focus on that and try to get better with his. Anytime we have those opportunities to improve his base stealing and stuff like that. Of course, obviously, stealing bases will also help us out as well if we can ever just get a good jump. But Jose Quinta was, of course, be on the hill here today. He's a southpaw here, 76 overall. B potential. He's been in the league for 12 seasons. And, of course, there you see 35 years of age, 6'1", 220 pounds from Colombia. And, of course, you see here 20 games he's been in so far here, 19 starts. And, of course, there you see 6 and 8 for him for the season. He's pitched over 105 innings so far this season with 113 hits. He's struck out, looks like 54. He's given up 54 runs. He's given up 56 hits or runs, but for 54 of them are earned actually. 13 home runs. He struck out 91, and so far he has walked 34 this season. 4.53 ERA, and of course there you see his WAR just at 1.5 there. Of course, he has some couple of quality starts there. He's had 2 shutouts. And of course, he is a veteran here, so he knows what he's going to do on the hill here today. And of course, our job is to, cause him some issues and try to get our game going here. So, took game 1. Now, let's see if we can try to take game 2 of this series, as we got 2 runners on board with 1 out. And we'll see what King can do here as he drops this one. That's going to be a nice base hit. Maybe, possibly, he can stretch it for a double here, as that's exactly what he's going to do. The runner's going to come in to score, and the runner is going to get taken down at the plate. So 1 run does come across, but the second run is going to be taken down there. Take a look at this. Good arm from the right fielder. Take a look at this. Nice job there near that 375 sign. Launches this one on a nice relay here, and then that one just gets fired right on time as they get the second run trying to come in to score. And that'll be an out there as King, of course, gets his RBI double. So now Christian Walker will be up next here. And Walker batting .243 this season so far right now. Coming in today's game. Pops this one up here. And then, of course, it's going to be an easy out for the second baseman to get to. And that'll retire this side. So 1 run does come across, and we'll lead it. As now looks like the Mets will try to even this one out here as they get a run themselves. It's now 1-1. Bottom of the 3rd, 2 runners on, 2 out. King here looking to try to get something going, as he unfortunately will not be able to go too far deep here, as this one's going to fly out there. And that's just going to be a deep fly ball. So thought the almost looked like the right fielder had a chance to get to that one, but ran out of real estate there. So now we'll see him ground this one there to the second baseman for the quick ground out, and that will retire the side. So now bottom of the sixth, bases are empty, one out, and it's a 2-1 ball game. And now, of course, we have a dynamic challenge here as the bases are empty, and our job is really try to get on base here and try to get something going. As we'll see here, we got to try to get on board here by way of the contact swing. And I think his contact numbers are better here against lefties, so we'll see if he can take advantage of that as he takes ball one. Of course, he was named Rookie of the Year. We've seen that, I believe, in the last episode there for the month of June, and he's trying to do the same thing here in the month of July, but he'll pop this one out, fly there to the fellow center fielder for the out, and that's 2 away. Bottom of the eighth, one runner on board, 2-0 count here for King. As he'll hit this one there, and that's going to go over the head of the shortstop. And that's going to be dropped out there to short left field for a base hit, and that's going to put him on board with 2 on now. As the Milwaukee Brewers have a chance now to really open this inning up here and try to bring in an insurance run here. And we'll see if they can do so here with Walker. Walker up to bat here with 2 out and 2 on. He has a 2-2 count, so 2 are wild here. We'll see what he can do. Be a nice clutch situation here for him if he can do something there, but unfortunately, he is just going to go swinging, and he will come up empty as that will retire the side. So 2 runners left on board. They're in that at bat. We'll see at the top of the ninth here. Mets up by 1 run. And it's a 2-1 count here. See King track this here, and he is going to find this one. Has no problem getting to this one there, as that will finish this one. As unfortunately, we will come up short. Excuse me. And today's ball game, in game 2 of this series, as the New York Mets will pull off the victory, 2-1. Mets win this one. Mets 2 runs, 8 hits, no errors. For Milwaukee, 1 run, 7 hits, no errors there for them. King goes 2 for 4 in the ball game with a double and an RBI for himself here today, and really just couldn't really get anything going, manufacture too much of anything here, as he just he was able to get an RBI there, but that was pretty much it from him when it comes to production wise. So Senga up next here. He is a righty who is from Japan, 30 years of age. He's been in the league for a short time now. He's one of those older rookies. But of course, he played a lot of baseball there in Japan. 89 overall, B potential, 202 pounds, 6'1". This is his second year with the Mets. And there you see 21 starts he's been in so far here. Now, rough time here this season, 7-10. Looks like he's on that trend of having a worse record this year compared to last year. But he's still learning. It's a lot more different, but pitching wise here compared to in Japan there. But nonetheless, this will be a good opportunity here to try to bounce back in today's game and try to win this series here. That's where we're going to be in this rubber match here on this lovely afternoon. So there you see, game 1 won by us 3-1. Mets won the last one there 2-1. So now we come out here. Get no problem in there for Hauser as he's able to get out of the inning. So you go to the bottom half of the first here, 1 out and 1 on. We'll see what the heck's going on over here. And oh, they're going to throw us out. What? Come on, seriously? You're going to throw one of my guys out? And King's not going to like that at all, as he had a runner there set up, ready to go, and now no runners on board here. So now back to square one here. Bases are empty with 2 out. We'll see what we could try to do here, as we'll end up. Go ahead, and that will be a ball, as that'll be ball 1. Excuse me. So there's our home run leaders right now for the team, and it can't, of course, King in one of the top 5 there. So now with 2 out, nobody on here, this will be a pop up there, and that will get skied there out of play there. Looking at a 1-1 count, and we'll see what King can try to do here if he can be successful here, and we'll see this one getting popped up, and that is going to be another foul ball as he fouls this one off there. So he's trying to get the timing down, but having a little bit of trouble. So now King with hitting 325, hits this one here high and deep over right field, and that's going to go right into the glove of the right fielder, right near the warning track, and that will end the inning. Bottom of the 4th coming up here for King, as he's looking to get something going here in the bottom half of the 4th. Nobody out, nobody on. And he'll take the first pitch, and that'll be strike 1. Looking at an 0-1 count. Gets the next pitch here. Gets this one. This is a solid hit, but I don't think it's enough to get out of the ballpark here, as this one's going to go and be caught right at the warning track there to the fellow center fielder. And that'll be it for him in the inning. As now we go down to the bottom of the 6th here now. We have to deal with a boss challenge. So we haven't seen these too often here. As we'll see what we have to try to do here in this one. So bottom of the 6th, 1 on, 2 out. And of course, Mets are up by 1. Got to try to get this boss challenge done here and try to be successful. As, of course, advance the runner, hit a home run, or hit a power swing to get on board. And, of course, to advance the runner, we'll go with the hit and the power swing there. So we'll see the pitch. And this one, it's going to be a strikeout, as we just cannot catch up on that pitch at all. So now we're looking at 2 runners on board with 2 out. And there, nice job there getting that one through here. Runner should come around to score. 1 run will come in to score. That's going to be a nice RBI double for King, as they're able to tie this ball game up now 1 apiece here late in the 8th inning. And we'll see if King and the his fellow Brew crew here can try to get something going. They got runners in score position, 2nd or 3rd. Obviously just don't need to do too much here. They just need a base hit, and we'll see if Willie can do so. Willie right now leads the team in home runs. I believe he has like 27, 28 home runs right now. So a big home run bat here from him would be really helpful. But unfortunately, he grounds out there, and that won't end the inning, as Lindor does a good job there. And the Mets will, of course, hold on to that lead as they'll win this one. And a final score of, I believe, 2-1. So Mets win this one, and they win this series, winning the winning the 2nd and 3rd game. 2 runs, 6 hits, 1 error there for New York. For us, 1 run, 3 hits, and no errors, as their bullpen just really came down. Did a great job there from the start to finish there, as we just were not capable to really get anything going there up and down that lineup here today. So tough break for us, but we can bounce back here. Not going to hurt us at all. Of course, the Mets, obviously they're trying their best to stay alive in that division, and rightfully so. They played harder than we did in that game, or in that series there. So here you see, before we get to the next series here, we got a quick 2-game series against Cleveland, which we'll get to here in just a bit. But first, we're going to do some of these little mini games here to kind of help us out. I think this is the Pilates one. Never done this one before, so I had to try it out, see what it was like. Not bad. Had a little trouble with it, as you can tell here. Trying my best to keep it going and stuff like that. But yeah, for the most part here, it was a lot of fun. I like these little mini games. I wish there was a way where you can play these mini games like in an exhibition mode or something like that, so you can just kind of get used to them, because it's kind of tough. Especially first time playing, you don't know what to do with them, because they do change often from year to year. But I wish there was a way where you can just kind of practice and get try to get the timing down and stuff like that from it. But yeah, there you see, working our durability and of course our clutch, as we raise those attributes there. So, as for Cleveland, Cleveland right now, they're on a skid right now. They're on a 5-game losing streak. Last time they won a game was against Houston just a week ago in Game 1 of that series, and you see there on the screen 6-5 was their win. They were on a 2-game winning streak after that game. But then after that, they started going sliding hard as they lost the last 2 games against Houston, losing that series. And then they pretty much just got shut out there and swept out there in Atlanta against the Braves. So the Cleveland Guardians just 12.5 games back of the division of the Twins. Of course, right now Twins looking pretty good right now. Don't have to, still play some good baseball, but right now, at least division-wise, if the season ended today, they would be hands down the division leaders in the American League Central. 3-game winning streak right now for them. So you see the Guardians numbers there. Of course, Guardians players here. You got Ramirez, you got Bell, as well as Nader, Castro. So you got some pretty good names there. And of course, they have Clayton Kershaw. Yes, good old Clayton Kershaw there. 76 overall, A potential. The southpaw who played for the Dodgers for many, many years, pretty much for his whole career, is now with the Cleveland Indians. And there you see 36 years of age, 6'4", 225 pounds. And of course, historically, this is not going to be an easy task to go up against here. He is definitely one of the toughest pitchers out there. Excuse me. Caused you a lot of problems there at the plate. Right now, currently 9-7 for the season. He's had 21 appearances on the mound today, or on the mound this season. 126 and 2/3 of innings of work. He has given up 13 home runs. He has struck out 86. And his current ERA right now, as we go into today's game, 3.34 ERA. And it says he has a nice quality starts there. He has 13 quality starts. No shutout, no complete games there for him. But there you see his WAR at 1.4 this season. So Clay Kershaw kind of sliding down, kind of fading in the background there. It's his career's coming to an end here. With a guy that pitches as hard and strikes out and plays as hard as he does, he's 36 years of age. It's about time for him to go out and of course retire here. So we'll see what we can do against Kershaw here, as like I said, a quick 2-game interleague series here with the Cleveland Indians. Of course, back in the day, Cleveland and Milwaukee played each other quite often, so there's still a bit of a rivalry, not as a classic rivalry like it was back in the day, but I'm sure there's still some tension between these two squads here. As you see, King's numbers coming into today's game with 324 average, 20 home runs, 31 runs. As he'll come up against Clayton Kershaw. And here we go. We got a boss challenge here to start off. Yeah, this is exactly what I want to see to start off the first game in this particular series. So we'll see what our boss challenge is, and we'll see what they're asking for us to do. So we can advance the runner, contact swing to get advance the runner, or power swing to advance the runner. And we got pretty good options here. Of course, like I said, going to be a tough task, regardless of what we pick here. We do have one runner on board and with one out. So I would imagine we are going to try, well, I was going to say we just try to advance the runner here. So we're going to try to use the power swing to see if we can advance the runner and, of course, get on base here. So we'll see what we can try to do here. This one's going to go up the middle. Good hit. And that's going to bring the runner over to third. Nice job there, and that's successful for that boss challenge. So great job there from King, moving the runner from first to third there on that base hit. So now Walker will be up next. 242 for him this season as we get off the back here just a little bit there. 0-2 count here for Walker, and then of course they're going to check us over there at first. Make sure we don't try to steal. 0-2 count. And King, of course, getting checked again. And I promise you, he is not going to steal at all. As like I said, we don't have our ratings up that high enough to even, even though the manager has been asking us to steal here, kind of like, okay, we'll see we'll kind of go with the manager. Of course, that time we decided to go all ahead and just try to see what we can try to do against this catcher. And the catcher does a great job there. He does his job there and guns us down pretty quickly there as they get a quick double play there, striking out Walker and, of course, throwing out King. So bases are empty, 2 out, and King going to hit this one over there. Trying to get this one past the infield there, but the second baseman will, of course, get himself over there for the easy out. So now bottom of the 6th, tied 1 apiece. Bases are empty, 1 out. And we'll see what we can try to do here. And try to see if we can get a rally going here with 1 out. As we'll take the first pitch there, and that's going to be strike 1. So that ball is low and away. I believe that was a curveball. We'll see the next pitch here. That's in the zone. That's going to be hit very well and hard over against that wall on the right side field. And this should be good enough for a double there, and it is. Great job of getting ourselves a double. And, of course, getting ourselves in scoring position as we take the nice lead here in this one, or take the opportunity here to try to get the lead here late in this one. As a nice job there from King, getting himself a nice double. So with 1 on, there you see King at second base. We'll see Walker be up next here. Walker having not such a great day here in this first game against Cleveland. 0 for 2 here today as he gets an 0-2 count. And there we go again. We get caught as we get off the bag there, and I again get confused on which way to run to because of the camera. Still trying to get used to that. I don't know what the deal is when I do that, but yeah, we get caught there. My fault. User error, as we'll get thrown out there at second. So now bottom of the 8th here, still tied 1 apiece. 2 out, nobody on here. King, of course, can try to keep his team alive here if he can get his bat going here and get a good hit here and maybe try to get a double to get in scoring position here. But unfortunately, that's going to be popped up over there to the first baseman for an easy out, and that'll retire the side. So now we go to extra innings here. And of course, remember, extra innings, there's a runner on second. But in this case, there's a runner on first and second. Cleveland up by 2. And we'll see this pop up here. This is going to be a shallow hit out to center field. Runner's going to come in from second to score. And that runner's going to come in, making it now 4-1 here in Milwaukee. Here in the top half of the 11th. So now, bottom half of the 11th here. We'll try to see if we can try to get back in this ball game here, as we have a runner there at second base ourselves. So it's going to be a tough task. Got to keep every at-bat. It's going to be very important here. As King there takes the cut fastball low and away. 0-1. Looking to try to keep this inning alive and, of course, try to get some runs here. So, this is going to be a nice base hit here. Runner is going to be stopped at third and held up there, as they now have runners on the corners now at first and third. And Walker will be up next here with a nice hitters count here, 3-1. Walker looking for a pitch here. He can manage here. So they're trying to see if they can get King out there, but King is going to go ahead and get himself back to first. So no outs. Runners on the corners here. Nice hitters count here for Walker. Walker going to ground this one over the second. This is going to be a quick double play. Run will come in to score, and they'll exchange a run for 2 outs as they get the nice 6-4-6-3 double play on that one there. So this is not looking too good for us. And the odds are of us winning this game is just now drastically dropped. And yes, we did drop this one here. As Cleveland able to win this game here in game 1 of this series. They'll win this one 4-2. Cleveland 4 runs, 10 hits, no errors. As Milwaukee will have trouble towards the end there, as we give up 3 big runs there in the 11th inning. Anytime that happens in extra frames, that's just doomed for, that's doomed for a loss right there. So Daniel Espino, it'll be up next here. 75 overall, a potential, 23 years of age. He's a young pitcher here for Cleveland that they recently just called up here for this start of this season. And of course, he is born in Panama. 205 pounds, and there you see his numbers so far this season. 3-5 for his record. He's been in 9 games so far. And of course, there you see his walk, and he's walked 38, struck out 49. He has a 4.18 ERA, and there you see his WAR is 0.7. So this is a young up-and-coming pitcher here who's trying to make a name for himself here today. And of course, against a team, a first-place team like us, he would love to have a great game here. But of course, we got to try to do our best here to, of course, stop this issue of us losing here, especially in a 2-game series like this. Got to drastically turn things around here and get things going our way. So, finals of the game of this series is this 2-game quick interleague series. Cleveland up by a run here already, down here in the bottom of the first. Two runners on board at second and third here for King, and King will go and swing and miss there. Strike one. You see the current standings right now for the American League Central. And of course, Guardians still trying to keep themselves alive here. So they got plenty of time to get that going, but it's going to take a bit for them as they're 13 games back of the Twins. And we'll see this one ball hit over there down to the shortstop there, and that's going to be a quick out. But a run will come in and score, tying the ball game up now 1 apiece. Bottom of the third with 2 out, nobody on. King up again, and we'll see what King can try to do here in this at bat. As he takes a go after the first pitch there. Usually he's pretty patient on this, but he must have read this one pretty well. And he gets a nice base hit, getting himself on board, putting a runner there at first base. So Ryan McMahon next up. 3-1 count here for Ryan McMahon, so a nice hitter's count for him. Let's see what he tries to do. So we'll try, of course, check the runner again. And King gets back there safely, no problem. So 2 out again. They're going to check the runner again, and King is able to get back over there, no problem. As a runner, not even thinking about really stealing here. Just trying to get a good lead. Pitcher, on the other hand, too focused on the base runner here, and he loses McMahon and draws a walk. So nice job there. I guess you could say a nice assist there from King, getting in the pitcher's head here. So now Gio will be up next. Gio 0-for-1. 0-2 count here for Gio. And Gio will go swinging, and he will leave 2 remaining out there. Nice job there from the pitcher coming back there in the inning. So 2 get left stranded. We'll go now to the bottom half of the 5th. 1 on and nobody out. And this is going to be a ball here. Can the third baseman make the play there, get the force out there at second? They do. Barely. As King will be on board here. So King on board with 1 out. 0-2 count here coming up now for McMahon. As again, check throw here on first base on King. Trying to make sure King is going to stay close. And again, they're going to check on him again. And again, he will be called safe. McMahon 0-for-1. And again, oh man, it cracks me up when the computer does this. It's like, hey, maybe you need to just be more focused on the batter here than you are in the on the base runner here. We're not going to really steal unless we can get a real good jump, and I doubt that. As we'll see here, the pitch, and that's going to be a ground ball. That's going to go to shortstop there. Shortstop going to get that one to first, and that's going to be out number 2 here for Milwaukee as McMahon gets thrown out there on a close call. So Gio next here. 0-2 count here for Gio. Runner on third. Trying to break this 1-1 tie now here in the bottom half of the 5th. And we're looking to see if King can get home. And they're going to leave him stranded again. This time at second base, as Gio did not like that call at all. And that'll retire the side. Bottom of the 6th. Bases are loaded here. 2 out, 2-1 count here for King. And King takes this one looking, oh my goodness. That is not like him on those kind of calls. Again, those runners in scoring position here has been really hurting him badly. He could have really had a good hit there. If he would just, I think he was thinking that ball was just going a little too far. So now bottom of the 8th, or top of the 8th here actually. We're up by 2 runs here. We actually come back. But, oh, bad play there defensively from King. And now King's got to try to make it up. Throwing this one in there to second. And the runner will remain. As he just missed his glove there. Nice hit there from Josh Bell. Take a look at this. Drives the ball there. And then I thought it was close enough to kind of make a little bit of a dive move there for, but they didn't give him the animation, so they end up giving Bell a double there on that hit. So Jose Ramirez now up next. 0-1 count here for him. Looking for a pop-up. And this is going to be out there in a shallow center field. Trying to get underneath this one here quickly. Trying to keep that runner at second. So throw that one in, roll that one in there real quick. Keep that runner there. As we still have a 2-run lead. Bottom of the 8th coming up. As now we have a 3-run lead. 1 runner on board at second with 2 away. And of course, we'll see what we can try to do here on this one. As we we'll go after the first pitch there. 0-1. Don't have to do much here. Just looking for a swing and try to bring that runner to second. As King here over to the third baseman. Third baseman makes a quick throw to first, and that will be it for the inning. Nice hustle there for Ramirez. We go to the top half of the 9th. Last chances now really for Cleveland to really get anything going there for themselves. So we'll see batter here. And King here has a chance to get underneath this one and make this 2 out. And of course, he's going to throw this one in there, try to get the runner from third. The runner from third will come in to score. And there you see, we hold on to that game. As we hold on to a 2-run lead, turn it into a win. 4-2 is your final score. As King goes 1 for 5 in the ball game with a double, or excuse me, with a single and an RBI, as well as Milwaukee 4 runs, 9 hits. Cleveland 2 runs, 2 hits, or excuse me, 2 runs, 10 hits, and 2 errors in the ball game, which I think that's kind of pretty much probably hurt them the most here from winning today's game. So we do split the series with Cleveland, and we're able to, of course, take a look here at the standings and, of course, try to extend this lead just a little bit more with Cincinnati, because right now, Cincinnati right now got a leapfrog over the Cubbies. So the Cubbies right now are looking at number 2 in the second spot there. They're 5 games back. Of course, Cardinals 9 games back, and of course the Pirates 12 games back. Everybody except for the Cardinals are on a winning streak right now. So yeah, this is it's coming pretty good here, and of course it's going to get tougher because got a lot more divisional games coming up, especially like in the next episode, which we'll just focus in on one series here, and that will be obviously the Reds series. There'll be a 4-game weekend series there. Should be a good one here. I'm hoping we can take the 3 out of 4. Be nice if we could sweep, but this, I think realistically here, I think we could take the 3 out of 4 of this series here, and I hope that was exactly what we can do. So then we can really stretch that lead out. Of course, we got the Cubbies still to get to play. Of course, we got a series. Yeah, we got 2 series coming up with the Pirates coming up very soon here. So we got a lot of divisional games coming up, a lot of interleague games as well, like with Kansas City and Detroit coming up as well. So those games are obviously going to be important as well. So yeah, cannot wait. But that's it for today's episode of Road to the Show here with Deshaun King. If you guys enjoyed today's episode, please leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you happen to be new. Hit that bell notification so you guys will be notified of this series or any other series here on the channel. You guys can also follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Discord. And, of course, all our social media is down below here in this video and there in the description. And that is it for me. So stay tuned. Like I said, have a good time here as we're in the month of August. And, of course, it's going to get tougher. Didn't make any moves in the trades, but I think this team, they're feeling comfortable where they're at right now. I think we've got a good shot to be a good playoff team here. So we'll see how things go as we'll play this next series coming up with the Reds. As always, guys, keep yourselves together healthy, and I will see you guys next time.